Good evening, Professor Radhika. Here I am Tarandeep Kaur, who is going to represent assignment 2 on behalf of my group members Rani Faye, I am Tarandeep Kaur, and M.A. Evelyn. Here I am going to start with outpatient clinic, which is an healthcare practice setting. What is outpatient clinic? It is a part of hospital designed to deliver treatment to patients who do not need admissions in hospital, but they need immediate help, or they are seek for immediate help related to any viral symptom or any first aid, but they don't need admission in the hospital, just came to see the physicians and get rid from their pain and just need medication. So these are mainly perform diagnostic and minor procedures. Important part, the overall running of the hospital integrated with the inpatient services by referrals. We can say that if we are going to some outpatient clinic and we are impressed by the environment and way of treatment, so we can refer our friend, our family member, our relative to go to that outpatient clinic and get treatment whenever they need it. These are managed by a physician and consultant and other allied healthcare worker. We can say that psychiatric, we can say that dentist or physiotherapist or occupational therapist, massage therapist. So they can be any of them. There are mainly key risk areas challenging the healthcare practice settings. May be diagnostic errors. Diagnostic error, we can say that any exchange in the reports, any exchange in the blood samples, medication events, we can say that allergic to the medication, but we can give the patient that medication and they can worsen their symptoms. Or we can say that if patient is allergic to maximize dose of the medication, but we are give instead of giving a minor, we give patient more mg medication. Patient falls, the outpatient clinic is not equipped well, there is a risk of falls, HIPPA violation, security incident. With security incident, we can say that there is not proper security in the outpatient clinic, so there is risk of that one. So out of all that, I am going to select one of the healthcare practice setting. Key risk area is diagnostic testing error. This is the common malpractice case in most of the healthcare practice settings, involved errors linked to diagnostic testing as well as the processing of result. This is talent by Salene in 2019. The errors occur due to failure in ordering appropriate test. Other relevant errors are the mislabeling of test specimens and performing the wrong test may cause diagnostic testing error. Diagnosis is one of the most important tasks performed by primary care physicians. According to the World Health Organization, recently prioritized patient safety areas in primary care and included diagnostic area errors as a high priority problem. In addition to it, a recent report from the Institute of Medication in the USA, Improving Diagnosis in Healthcare, concluded that most people will likely experience a diagnostic error in their lifetime. So yeah, this is the main key risk area in every healthcare, so we have to take proper care of that one. So there are some strategies which I am going to present to by implementation of this we can reduce the key risk area related to diagnostic error. First of all, enhanced training includes education on proper diagnosis. Training should be given to every staff member, including physician also. If they are, no matter how much they are educated, but they need training to be get positive environment and risk-free area environment. So strategy is to increase knowledge of the clinicals, physicians on the diagnostic process, Continuous learning ought to be an ongoing process to a proper diagnosis onto clinic clients. Healthcare settings should conduct regular training to clinicians, no matter how long. For this to be successful, the institute should ensure that they use educational approaches that remain aligned with evidence from critical learning sciences. Second one, HIT, that means Health Information Technology, support healthcare professional and patients in the diagnostic process. Facilitate the use of technology in the diagnostic process. According to Scott and Kroc 2020, health information technologies play a very important role in the diagnostic process because it may provide alerts to the physician that this patient may allergic to this medication or this thing, so they can get rid from major consequences, bad consequences. Examples of information technologies that can be used in this process include electronic health records, clinical decision support, health information exchange, as well as medical devices. These tools support the diagnostic support teams as well as tasks in the diagnostic process. Diagnostic testing errors shall reduce by knowing with how patient is allergic to this medication, how patient react with this medication, what tests are already done, what is the family history of the patient. So are the important factors. Third one, facilitate better teamwork in the diagnostic process among clinical staff, patients, as well as their families. The teamwork is so much important in this field because if the patients and the family members cooperate with physicians and have some patients, so physicians and the clinicals can proceed with the proper process for the diagnostic test and give a positive result of that test. If the patient and family member are in hurry and they put pressure on the clinicals, physicians, so they can disturb and there may be some mistakes in the diagnostic area. So yeah, the whole teamwork is very important to get reduce the key risk factor of diagnostic error. Diagnostic process remains a collaborative activity. Creation of accurate and timely diagnosis needs teamwork between clinicals, patients, as well as their families. So the healthcare professionals need to fully include patients and their families in the diagnostic process. Patients and their families have a critical role to play in all processes. The family is knowledgeable of the symptoms and signs accompanying the illness and assist provided make an informed diagnosis, as well as they should also know if they don't collaborate with the physicians and clinicals, what will be the bad consequences of that one. So fourth one, implement a system that identifies diagnostic errors, essential steps to prevent and correct, like alerts, messages, family history, everything should be in the knowledge of the physician. Developed an organized system to help identify diagnostic areas, for example, electronic health records, which includes patient's history, patient's background, patient's social history, patient's family background, patient's reaction to medications, patient reaction to food, everything. Working with healthcare professionals to establish a standardized protocol for the errors may help reduce diagnostic testing errors, mainly by converting them into learning experience. Enable the management to identify high risk areas that require agent improvement. Improvement is very important for every outpatient clinic to name of their outpatient clinic to get more patients, to build a positive environment, so they have to improve their errors. Interventions to reduce diagnostic errors include improving diagnostic reasoning, encouraging government policies that support primary care, involving patients, family, relatives, improving information technology, developing methods to identify and learn from diagnostic errors, improving access to diagnostic tests, optimizing diagnostic strategy in primary care, providing systematic feedback to clinicals about their diagnosis. At the last but not least, there are some references from where we provide the information. So this is the presentation regarding outpatient clinic. Thank you.